back to Brick by Brick. I've more than tripled my initial Lego investment on this Lego set right here, the Lego Aragog Slayer. This set I got for free and is now worth $150. And this set I got for $25 or $24 and is now worth 50-ish, 45 to 50. So each of these have been some well-performing, great Lego sets, my Lego investing collection, and I'll be teaching you how you can do the same with the Lego collection and start a small business of your own. This is going to be an all-encompassing guide, and we'll get started with where to buy your Lego sets. So there are a couple of great options. I generally like to find sets that are on sale. If you're able to find a set that's on sale, you're going to be able to generally make more of a profit when you eventually end up selling the set. So if you're able to find it on sale, it's definitely a lot better. I would recommend usually Amazon, Target, and Walmart are great options on where to invest and pick up Lego sets to add to your Lego investing collection, and make sure to get them on sale if you can. And then there are a couple places to buy though. Those have been the main ones that have worked for me. Generally, Amazon is pretty consistent on sale for various Lego products, especially Lego Star Wars. And then we're going to be going over what to buy. So what you want to buy is kind of dependent upon you. There are a bunch of different themes, size Lego sets, different minifigures and stuff that you can buy and can be a great addition to your Lego investing collection. I try to stick with Lego Star Wars sets, Lego Harry Potter sets. Those ones, at least in my experience, have been some of my better performing investments. There are some Lego themes and Lego set sizes that generally do better than others. Generally, sets that are a little bit bigger Lego Star Wars sets tend to do even better because they are generally geared towards more adult fans of Lego, and they are going to be willing to pay a premium for that set and have some more disposable income to buy the massive Lego Star Wars set after it retires. So I've had some sets kind of like, this one isn't too big, but we have the Yoda figure here. This is definitely more of a display piece, but it has been a great set for my Lego investing collection. It's gone up in value. I was able to get it for about, I think I got it 20% off and it retailed for $100, so I got it for a little under $80. And it is now going for, I think, somewhere in the realm of $115 or $125, I think, sounds about right. So there are plenty of sets to buy, and another way you can get Lego is to get a gift with purchase. So I bought Barad-dûr, this set right here, and it came with the Fell Beast set, and this one is the one I mentioned earlier. It's worth about $150. In some cases it's selling for $170 to $200, and it can be a great way to get rare and valuable Lego sets because they're exclusive to the set. So I bought this Barad-dûr set on the day it was released, which means I got this free gift with purchase set. That has been a great addition to my collection. I'll probably end up selling it somewhat soon to be able to make some profit back from this set, but it's been a great one to have. So that can be another good source to get Lego, although not all the gift with purchases sets end up doing super well. I've had some that don't do too well. They remain at about the $10 to $20 range. So that one is somewhat of an exception, but if you do end up seeing Lego gift with purchase sets like that, it can be a good reason to buy at Lego. Lego generally, unless it's like double VIP rewards or double rewards points, insider rewards points, you can get it 10% off at that point, but generally it's 5% off if you're an Insider Rewards member. I definitely recommend signing up for that program if you plan on starting a larger scale Lego investing business. Lego can be a good source to get some sets just directly from them. Like I mentioned earlier, they don't usually do sales by as much of a margin as I would like. So the vast majority of my sets I bought from Amazon, where I'm able to get them for 20% off and more. Pretty much all of these I got for at least 20% off. There are a couple exceptions where I bought them from Lego, but I was generally able to get a couple gift with purchase sets, which kind of helped bring down the price because I'll be able to sell the gift with purchase set and be able to make back some of that money. And then now we'll be going over how to track the value of your Lego investments. So when you buy the set, it's going to sometimes be tempting, especially I remember when I was a little kid, to not open and build them. I did that with some of the sets and I invested in others, but I tried to make that like mental distinction of this set is for investing and this set is for opening. And I was able to do that for the most part, but it takes a lot of patience and diligence to make sure you keep them in box and try to keep them in as good as condition as possible. There are plenty of ways to store sets properly. Make sure they're not on ground level so they don't get flooded. I try to keep mine in a closet on higher shelves so they don't get flooded or anything. There is the risk of fires and stuff, but you want to try to make your Lego sets as safe as possible to make sure you're able to sell them in good condition, because the people that buy them generally are going to want them to be sealed, in box. Retired sets are kind of the gold standard of what a Lego set can go for and how good of an investment it can end up becoming. And then another way you can sell Lego is if you do decide you do want to open and build the set, there's nothing wrong with that. So I've done this for a couple sets, especially when I was younger, where I'd open and build a Lego set. I would keep it for a couple years, wait until it retired, and then I would sell the minifigures from it, and I would be able to make sometimes more than what I spent on the set just by selling the minifigures. That didn't happen all the time, but there are cases where that's been the case, especially with like Lego Star Wars battle packs and stuff. I had a bunch of the Kashyyyk Trooper battle pack sets, and I was able to just sell the minifigures from them, and one or two of them were selling for about the price of what the battle pack cost me, plus I got the battle pack on sale. But still, that can be a great way to kind of diversify into a Lego investing business if you just want to stick with opening and building the sets. There is kind of an opportunity cost there, of course, because they're not going to be worth as much as if you had kept them new in box and retired, but there's nothing wrong with opening and building a set. There's even some advantages to it if you want to sell the set or sell off the parts or minifigures. Generally, the minifigures are going to be the driving force of the value of the Lego set. There are plenty of ways you can sell it. You can sell the build itself. You can go to like a Lego store, well, not official Lego store, but like a bricks and minifigs Lego store, and sell it there. Generally, they don't give you much money for it. It's about 40 to 50% of what you could end up making for it if you sold it on Bricklink or on eBay. And that's going to be just kind of the opportunity cost of going there, but sometimes it can be a decent option. And then we'll be going over where to sell your Lego sets. So like I mentioned previously, I pretty much exclusively buy off of Amazon, and I pretty much exclusively sell off of eBay. eBay I found to be a little more beginner friendly to start a Lego investing business or just any online retail little pop-up store. It's done fairly well, and it was a very easy process to get set up. And if you want to start selling on the eBay, it can be a good option. They charge about a 13% fee on Lego sets that you end up selling, so they do take a cut of it, and that can be a disadvantage. But an advantage of eBay is you get access to a much larger market of potential customers, and that can help drive up the value of the set, especially if you put the set up for auction or put it up instead of buy it now. It can help drive up the price. And that's another thing. If you're not sure you want to sell the set, if you think it's reached a price where you're okay with selling it, but you're not sure it'll reach that point, you can always just list it for buy it now, and if nobody buys it, then you can always just wait a little while, and if it's a reasonable-ish price, it will usually end up selling for what you're hoping to get for it. If you're willing to wait long enough, that does require a lot of patience, but it can be a great way to still make some money back. And then when you eventually are able to sell the set, you want to make sure you package it in a good condition. I've had one or two sets that I've put them in packages that probably I shouldn't have, that were a little more risky, that could have been dropped or something. And I've had one set that ended up being returned to me because it broke in shipping. And you want to just reduce the possibility of this by as much as possible. There's only really so much you can do, so just do the best you can at trying to make sure the package is well protected and can be transported and isn't likely to fall prey to being broken or smushed or anything really. Another kind of added note is when you're building up your reputation on eBay or another selling platform, it's good to make sure you get those positive reviews. So when I was just 11 or 12 when I started my Lego investing business, I would write out cards to each of the people that I ended up selling the sets to, or the minifigures to, or whatever I was selling. I'd write and say, hey, I'm a 13-year-old that's starting a small business. I would appreciate it if you left a positive review on my account. And generally, the people would be more than willing to, especially after seeing that note. I got a pretty good rate of people corresponding back to me and saying that yes, they would be happy to write a review. And many of them did write a review, and that helped to grow the reputation of my Lego investing business. And I'm still using the same eBay account that I did when I started investing in Lego, so it's been a great way to help grow my following, and generally those people end up following you. I think you can do that on eBay, but it's been a great way to kind of grow my reputation of good reviews that have built up the reputation, knowing that I'll be able to sell the sets and make money possibly from those as repeat customers, which can be a great way to make some extra money. And when you eventually get that money, it's whatever you want to spend on it is your money, so you can do whatever you want. I tried to put that money right back into my Lego investing business. So I would buy, after I bought a set from on sale, and then tracked what it was worth, and then I was able to sell it on usually eBay Another advantage, you can sell locally, which has plenty of perks too. They're generally for if you sell locally, you don't need to pay as many fees, if any, and that can be a good way to save some money on that front. But the downside is you don't get access to as large of a customer pool, so it's a little more risky to know which investment will end up doing quite as well, because there aren't quite as many people that are interested in buying it. Usually on the local level, unless you live in like a big city, but still there's not going to be quite as many supporters of the set or people that are interested in it than if you put it on eBay or different or Amazon. Amazon is a little bit harder to get into selling, but I would probably recommend eBay. And but anyhow, yeah, so it's a little harder to get onto Amazon, but eBay is pretty good. And after you get that money, it's good to just recycle it back into your Lego investing business. So you take the set, bought it on sale, tracked what it was worth, and then you sold it on eBay, and then you got some money. And now with that money, you want to put it back into your Lego investing business and repeat that process over again, that four-step plan. So you want to buy some more Lego sets on sale, and then you want to start selling off the ones that have been retired for a while, because generally Lego sets that once they retire, they will see a spike in value. That's kind of called the retirement jump. And then after that, they will continue to go up in value at a fairly consistent rate for most Lego sets, especially if they're Lego Star Wars. But they generally won't go up in value as much at that high of a rate as they do when they first retire, the first year or two after. And I generally have a rule of thumb, usually like 2 to 3 years after a set retires, it's when I try to end up selling it. And it will likely continue to go up in value, so sometimes I've waited longer if I wanted to make a little bit more money from the set. But generally that's a fairly decent way to make sure you get as much as you can for the Lego set while not needing to hold it for forever, because you don't want it to just forever take up closet space. So that is generally what I've done, but there are plenty of different ways to do it. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions about starting your own Lego investing business, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.